Yo, what up? It's your boy, Oscar G. How you doing? How you doing? We're trying a different camera angle here. It looks a little better than usual. Um, got a little bit more things here. We got a fake mug. We got a lava lamp that don't work. We got a fountain that don't work. Basically anything that don't work. I'm just putting it in this bitch because it gives a little bit more of a how do I explain it? Doesn't look weird. Doesn't look plain, I guess. So hopefully y'all like this angle. If you do hear the fan, I'm sorry. My girl actually just took her last vaccine, her second vaccine. She works in the medical field, and she's getting the shivers. So the house is pretty hot right now, and I'm fat and I'm fucking cooking. So I had to turn on the fan. I'm sorry, guys. Um, I know you don't hear put. I know. Fuck. I don't know what the fuck I said. I know you're not hearing music right now. I'm about to actually start playing it. This is actually from a friend of mine. If y'all like the music, go ahead and um, peep his shit. It's on SoundCloud. It's his name is Kyle Ken, KYLEKEN. And if you're wondering if you're on the right one, if you see Dobby from My Hero Academia as the fucking page, and some dude with a strap with the anime girl, you're on the right spot. So, anyways, as I was saying, it's fucking hot in here, man. It's rough. It's rougher on her because she's been having chills, headaches, body aches. Um, it's been a little rough for her, but I've been trying to make her feel as comfortable as possible, and she's feeling a little better right now. So I came over here. Yeah, man. I mean, it's been a little while. It's been a few days. Hope y'all doing good. Hope y'all are staying safe out there. I don't know if you're in Texas right now, but we have a pretty comfortable climate right now. It's still cold as fuck, but you know, it's better than fucking Milwaukee or some shit. That's too cold. I'm cool with the cold, but there's a fucking threshold where I'm just like, yeah, this ain't it, chief. I don't give a fuck. I'm moving to Florida or something. Heat I can kind of handle. Even though I'm fat, I've I've lived here 90% of my life. Well, 70, 80, whatever. But it's definitely something that you can get used to. I wasn't used to this Austin heat though. I was actually used to something worse back in my hometown. And that it's heat, but it's humid heat, which is a completely different heat from dry heat. Dry heat, it's not as bad, you know. At least in my opinion, when you start hitting triple digits, I think depends on the person, but for me personally, I think this dry heat's not as bad as the wet heat as the humidity, because it's fucking rough, man. I mean, I gotta tell you, I mean, you just sweating. You come outside and you just start sweating, bro. You just can't help it, you know. I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about right now. I'm not gonna lie. I've been slowly running out of shit to talk about. That's why I'm doing them a little less. But I'm trying to get used to, just kind of having a conversation and with myself. Definitely gonna have more people on. I'm gonna try to at least. Might have a few comedians that are staying here in Austin. Um, Not super hype. I know Joe Rogan just moved here. I'm not trying to. I mean, who I don't. How the fuck do I even get this man on here? I'm not. I'm not. All right, that's bullshit. But there are some guys that are coming up that when I go to open mics, they're really funny, and I think they do great. I haven't asked them yet. Hopefully, we can figure something out. And if it doesn't, well, now you know why. It's only usually me and my brother or something like that. But like I said, I'm just gonna try to keep it, you know, trying to keep it a little bit of the same. I kind of like the little pace that this is going. I just need to figure out how to get better, me personally. You know, the camera's actually gotten here. We just haven't gotten the SD card. We didn't realize that it didn't come with one. We thought it did. Turns out it didn't. So we have to go to Walmart and buy one. So next time I have a podcast, it should be way better camera wise. Now the issue with it is that it's the DJI Pro. I think that's what it is. My bad, it's a little too high. Alright, there we go. The DJI Pro Mini, something like that. It's a small little camera, but it does have like a self. what is that? It's like the three motion thing where it keeps the camera steady when you move around and shit. That one's it's pretty cool. The only thing is that I'm not sure how the fuck I'm gonna mount it with my setup, and I have no idea how I'm gonna mount the mic because it doesn't have a mic connection, unfortunately. So who the fuck knows, man? What I'm gonna do? Hopefully, I can um, figure out a mic situation. I think you can connect your phone to it, which is a cool feature, but I can't just have the camera hanging off the shit. And just so I can plug in the mic, the connection's gonna end up. I mean, I'm not gonna be able to charge my phone eventually. So I'm gonna have to figure something out. I think there's an attachment you can buy on their website, but that's gonna be way later. So most likely, what's gonna happen is that I'm gonna be recording without the mic, but still have everything normal. Hopefully, it sounds good. If we can figure something out like that, then definitely. But for sure, next time it should be way better camera quality. And listen, bro. Listen, I'll be real with you. I'm not that fucking pretty, all right. Just don't. Just stay subscribed, please. Don't leave me. Anyway. So actually, a few interesting things happened in the world of podcasting with much higher people. Sorry, I'm gonna take a drink. Um, Brian Callen, I think a few days back, came back to the fighter and the kids, and I mean it's refreshing, man. And then Chris D'Elia um, dropped an apology video, and he's gonna try to get back onto podcasting. It's the shit, man. I'm glad because for those of you that don't know, these people are comedians, big name comedians, um, and they have, of course, very popular podcasts. They're way funnier than I am. They're way better content than mine is. Um, the thing is that they got into some trouble with the whole with the wave of the Me Too movement, of the whole wave that's going on right now since what 2000 whatever. It's been a good amount of years that this has been going on, and you know most of the things that they were accused of were just bullshit. It was just people online trying to make them seem more monsters that they were, and they were gone, man. They stopped their podcast, or well, the fighter and the kid is more than one person, so he just stopped showing up, and they just waited a year, man. They waited a year, and they're coming back. And listen, nothing's come up for them. There's been no charges. There's been no nothing, man. And so they're coming back, you know. And I'm glad, man, because there's some of the funniest motherfuckers out there. I mean, the shit that they come up with when they're together or when they're doing their own shit is hilarious, man. And I'm glad that they're slowly coming back. I'm glad that Louis C.K. is slowly coming back. He's everybody's got their kinks. Some people like getting firecrackers up their ass. Some people got like their pinky toes licked or kicked, whatever. Everybody's got their own weird kinks. Um, so hopefully he's coming back. I listened to like I don't know if he got leaked or what, but he dropped an hour or something like that, or like 30, 40 minutes, small snippets of his new stuff, and it sounded good, man. It sounded like the shit. I mean, he was funny, man. It was hilarious, and I'll tell you about it, but I'm not as good as him, so I can't. Even his own bits, I'm not gonna be able to do so. If you guys curious about it, go ahead and check them out. They're really funny guys. Definitely not on the what would I say, left side of the spectrum. They're definitely kind of in the center, and they. Here's the thing. I think comedians definitely. I think the sentiment is for a lot of people for sure, but I don't think the comedian should be held to certain standards when it comes to comedy, when it comes to anything like that. Just because that's what comedy is. Comedy's supposed to say some fucked up shit. I mean, I've seen some guys say some crazy shit, and then throughout the joke, just make it hilarious or counter whatever fucked up shit they said in the beginning. I mean, there's a whole art form to that, but it's an art form, and it's something that I think people that enjoy comedy or just people in general should definitely enjoy without really enjoy it with taking it with a grain of salt because there's a lot of things that people can't say right now. There's a lot of speech being shut down. You know, y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. You know, there's people getting fired left and right. There's people, you know, just losing jobs, losing careers, and some of them are definitely. I mean, Jeffrey Epstein, the weird old guy. I don't remember his name anymore. It was like the first one, and I mean those guys definitely. I mean, undeniably. I mean, honestly, they should just get shot. There's no. I mean, fuck. Epstein killed himself, right? The other guy should have just gotten shot on the fucking spot. I mean, there's no need there's no really no reason for you to have any people like that to stay here in this society and in this fucking planet, man. I mean, well, I don't know if you fuck with religion or whatever, but aside from your religion, I think we all agree, you know, child molesters, you know, serial rapists, shit like that. It's not cool, man. Those people should not be given a chance to live, to be honest. And that's my honest opinion, you know. Um, but yeah, you know, good thing that everybody's coming back a little bit. Things are kind of coming back to what they usually they're giving it. They were able to keep their careers, which is what I'm happy for because I'm a big fan of them. Um, they were some of the comedians that kind of inspired me to do a podcast. They inspired me to do a lot of things, man. They inspired me to do a lot of things, and I'm glad for it. Sorry, I'm gonna move the laptop a little bit. But yeah, they did definitely did a lot of. They inspired me to do this shit, man. I mean, I'm very much a fan of their stuff. I think Joey Diaz is really the one that kind of inspired me to do it because if you don't know his story, it's fucking insane, man. And just to see a guy like that go through some crazy shit and come out and live his dream. Sorry if I hit that. I didn't even realize that shit. Just for him to live his fucking dream, man. That's amazing. You know, the dude was like he was a felon. He went to prison. You know, he was addicted to cocaine. I mean, he was taking over his life. A lot of crazy shit was happening to him, but I mean, he dug himself out of that hole. He got himself out of that hole that he was in, that pit of despair, and he made something of himself. And as as me, as a as somebody that did get raised a lot in a small town and comes from you know a poor background. I mean, hey man, like that gives me inspiration to be able to at least attempt it and to really go for it. You know, I honestly like the first time I ever watched the special was actually Gabriel Iglesias when I think it was his first one. Kevin Hart, all that stuff. I would watch it on Comedy Central, and I mean, I just didn't fathom that was a fucking. You could actually do this. Like I didn't know. You know, it looked amazing and it looked awesome, and I never really put much thought into it. Like, oh, you can actually do this. It's not just, it's not. There's no, um, there's no limit or there's no entry kind of thing. Or there's no weird entry or anything like that. You know, I mean, if you want to be a lawyer, you have to go to law school and do all these things. You know, clearly, if you want to be a comedian, you have to do open mics. You have to get really good. You have to be able to manage the business and all that stuff, of course. But anybody can do it. Anybody can try it. Anybody can go for it, and that's what I loved about it. You know, and I love making people laugh. That's one of my things that I really enjoy in life. That and you know, chilling, smoke weed, you know, just the usual shit. But most of the time, man, I love making people laugh. I love saying crazy shit that people are like, "What the fuck?" And my girl just laughs her ass off. It's one of my many joys, honestly. And you know, I like hanging out with people that make me laugh. You know, funny as hell. I know a lot of my friends, man. They're fucking hilarious. I mean, I can, if you're a person with no personality or just doesn't really have a big sense of humor or a very open sense of humor, it's very hard for me to fuck with you because I just came from a different place, man. Like I just don't come from being very sensitive to people's feelings. I don't come from that. You know, I was definitely being raised to be that way, and just throughout life, I just it didn't happen. A lot of shit, a lot of bullshit happened, and I had to get stronger. I had to get tougher. I had to develop a thick skin. Nowadays, the only thing that really hurts myself is just myself. Just that inner voice. Just sometimes it can get to people sometimes. But for me, for me, it's definitely it's cool, man. You know, I don't really fuck with a lot of serious people. To be honest with you, I don't think I fuck with anybody that's pretty serious. I just can't fuck with that. I can't. It's hard for me to fuck with people that take themselves too seriously. Uh, Simply because I just don't. You know, I make fun of myself all the time. You've seen me other episodes, like I call myself fat. Whatever bullshit, blah blah blah. You know, things slide off me, and I'm able to kind of make fun of myself. And you know, I know where my heart is. So I feel like as long as as long as people are I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just kind of trying to talk, fill space. Doing what I do. Um, what else, man? What else? I actually tried to go to a few open mics here this week, but unfortunately, I've been. I just got insomnia, so I haven't been able to sleep. I usually sleep around 4 or 5 in the morning. That's why I'm streaming till 4 or 5 in the morning. I turn it off when I get real sleepy. Lately, I've just been even when I shut it off. Um, these past few days, I just haven't been able to sleep. You know, so usually my trick to that is just take a few take a few bong hits. I get laid the fuck out, but I've been cutting down a little bit on smoking. Um, I like to do that. I don't. It's I would like to smoke every day, but it's just I think at one point it's a little bit too excessive. Um, so I can technically get weed right now, but I just you know I'll take a break. Sometimes I'll do it and I'll be here and I'll smoke or I'll come in here high and just for fun, whatever, just to change it up a little bit. But sometimes I like to come in this bitch sober and just try to let my brain work, man, because you know I think it helps with comedy because I'm having to kind of use my brain creatively and everything. So I'm enjoying that. But for those of you that do play video games, how are y'all liking the outbreak mode? I'm fucking loving it. It was really fun. It's definitely difficult towards the later rounds or when you're doing an objective that's like I'd like to say I'm kind of in the middle, maybe a little mid above average, maybe just a little bit, right there. Um, and yeah, man, it's really fun. The outbreak mode. It wasn't really as big a deal on Warzone as I thought it'd be. Honestly, I thought it would be like a bigger deal, like zombies were gonna come everywhere and they were gonna spawn out of many places and shit like that. But maybe they come out in once you get to the smallest circle or something. But I don't really get that far in Warzone, so I'm not sure. It's just that you know, I thought it'd be made a little bit better than what it was. It was kind of underwhelming. But the outbreak mode for sure was definitely a lot more fun. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. In fact, after this podcast, I'm gonna hop on and I'm gonna stream for a little while on Twitch. DOG31 underscore. That's my channel name, and I finally was able to put a goddamn profile pic. It took forever, but I was able to figure out what the fuck, why, what. It just let me one day. I don't know if I just had to be in the app for a good amount of time or what, but I was finally able to put a profile pic. It's actually the same as the channel pic. So when you see that, then you know you're in the right place. Most of the time we play Warzone, we'll do zombies or multiplayer. We mainly just do Call of Duty. If not, I like to stream Battlefront. Usually I don't play it a lot with friends. They they're not that big into it. I fucking love it, man, because I'm a big Star Wars nerd. Um, I just grew up with it. You know, I grew up with the prequels, and you know, once I got a little older, the original the original trilogy was definitely good, but for a little kid, it is a little slow. At least for me, it was a little slow. Um, I think there was a lot more action in the prequel trilogy, so I really enjoyed it. The sequel, you know, it was it had potential, but it just didn't really work out. And they made fucking Luke Skywalker look like a punk and shit. Like I didn't really fuck with that, so um, it was okay. You know, there was a lot of cool, I guess, ideas and stuff, but it just didn't work out. You know, unfortunately. The Mandalorian is amazing. I mean, even if you're not a Star Wars fan, it's just a great series. Um, you know, but yeah, like I said, I've grown up with Star Wars, so Battlefront 2, um, I'll I'll hop on whenever I'm usually by myself or stuff like that, or I just feel like playing it because it's really fun, man. And if you haven't played it, I think it's still on sale. I'm not sure. It might not be, but it was free on PlayStation 4, so that's why I got it. And I think it was on. Sorry, I just got a notification that a friend of mine got the Galil, that bastard. I was trying to get it first, but he beat me to it. I'm only like 2 levels away to get the Galil on the battle pass. So I was trying to get there first, but he beat me. I've been working, I've been doing this, so I just haven't been able to hop on as much. But yeah, man, I enjoy that. Battlefield 1, I still play it. Don't play Battlefield 5. I just, from the beginning, the way that they were handling, like, their fans and shit like that, like, I didn't fuck with it. It was just a completely different vibe from Battlefield 1. Um, Plus, it was the first Battlefield game that I really enjoyed. So, for me, I just like sticking to Battlefield 1, you know. I might swap around. I think I'm gonna definitely gonna get. I think it's called Shadow Warrior 3. Um, that looks really good. I just saw the trailer for it, the gameplay trailer. I forgot about it. It was like 8 months ago when the gameplay trailer came out, and I just found it again. I was like, oh shit, I forgot about this. So I can't wait for that. You know, there's not a lot of games that I'm looking forward to right now, personally. But I haven't really been keeping up. I haven't really been looking at trailers and shit like that. I definitely did that a lot more when I had more free time. But right now, it's just I'm most of the time I'm doing something. You know, I'm doing other shit. So I haven't even like fuck, man. You know what I used to do back in the day, back in your 20s. If you're growing up in your 20s, don't do this. Alright, don't do what I did. Don't just binge watch like Naruto. Don't binge watch any fucking show, man. Like, get out there and do something. You know, whether it's whatever it is, man. You know, get out there and do something. Do something, motherfucker. You know, go chop some wood or some shit. I don't know, whatever. You know, I definitely wasted a lot of my early 20s on. Well, I'm in my mid 20s, so it's not even that big of a fucking difference, you know. But I definitely just didn't really. I put in a lot of effort into certain jobs, but they weren't what I wanted to do. You know, I mean, I would bust like 12-hour days and shit. You know, come in early, leave late. You know, but I wasn't really working for something I liked, so I I think it was my personal opinion. It was a little bit of a waste of time, but you got to start somewhere. Um, it's actually what helped me move here. You know, honestly, if I wanted to just work and kind of do a little bit of this on the side and hobbies, um, that would have been an amazing job. Honestly, I enjoyed it. I was a forklift driver at at a warehouse. We made like wood pellets and shit. Shout out to Patterson Wood Products. Fuck with their shit if you need it. You know, they make like little wood pellets for certain things. You know, things like that. They're not a sponsor of the fucking podcast, but you know, they definitely took care of me. You know, they treated me well. They really, yeah. So it was, so you know, I gotta give them a shout out and shit. I worked there for a long time, but I wasn't really doing what I wanted to do. You know, I'd be stacking pallets. Or I'd be stacking bags on the pallets, or I'd be driving, and I'd be just like daydreaming, practically, day in day out of like, man, if only I had this and I had that. And honestly, like around that time, I just didn't think that it was gonna be this easy. And what I mean by easy is like all I had to do was turn on the camera, put on get a mic. Some people don't put music. I put music. It's not copyright. It's my boy's music, and you know he makes great music. If you like trap, EDM, fuck with his shit. You know, drum step, all that. Fuck with his shit. He's really good. Kyle Ken, SoundCloud. Had to do the second shout out. But anyways, as I was saying, you know, try not to waste your 20s. Now listen, you're not gonna know what you want to do. I I didn't know what I wanted to do for till I was like 20, 21, 22 maybe. I started really thinking about about being a comedian, and now I'm here. You know, so just work towards it, man. Work towards it, and don't stop. Don't stop. You know. I maybe not have a lot of funny content, but what I can do is definitely just tell you to fucking do what the fuck you want to do. That's what I'm good at, man. I'm good at hyping shit up and things like that. That's just my natural talent, I guess you could say. But yeah, man, that's the shit. I'm really loving this outbreak mode. I mean, the way that the mechanics and everything. I wish we could earn more points. It is kind of clunky how you don't really make a lot of points per kill in the zombies, but I also understand because you know it just adds a challenge to it. You know, you can't make it too easy. Yeah, but I really fuck with it. I really fuck with it. I've been listening to a lot of new music lately. Uh, somebody somebody introduced me to Shiki something something. Fucking hilarious, man. I remember I got the link, and if you don't know who Shiki is, what he is he makes music. He makes rap, but he raps about anime shit, like you know, hentai and all that bullshit. If you don't know what that is, search it up, whatever. Uh, yeah, man, they're fucking. It's hilarious, bro. It's hilarious, and I didn't even know this. The top OnlyFans account, one of the top OnlyFans account is like an account of like an animated an anime girl. I didn't know that shit. So a friend of mine told me, he was like, "Yeah, bro, like it's just pictures and shit, or like drawn videos. That's like one of the top rated. That lets you know that like fucking guys will just don't give a fuck, man. We're fucking animals. We don't give a fuck, man. But that's yeah, it's hilarious. And first time I fucking heard it, um, I was like, I was Ubering and I was at McDonald's, and all I'm hearing is moaning and shit in my headphone. It's not out loud, of course. It's in my headphone. But it's like he's talking about you now something. I don't know what the fuck. I don't even remember what the song was about. But it was hilarious. And I'm like, if I played, I just shut it off because I'm like, I like to play my music loud. If somebody hears me with this bullshit, listen, I don't have a lot of shame, but you know, everybody's got their limit type shit. But anyways, I think we got about 2 minutes left. I'm trying to keep them. This is gonna be the last one where that's just locked down to 30 minutes. And if it goes over, you know, I gotta do the point five bullshit. Hopefully I'm able to figure out how to edit it and do everything. Um, I gotta get an editing software so I can kind of add an intro and add certain things to it. Whew, man, I did not think I was gonna be able to talk for 30 minutes. To be honest with you, sometimes it's just hard doing this because you don't. What the fuck am I supposed to come up with? You know. There's no real theme to this. It's just me talking with a little bit of music, and I try to make this shit interesting for y'all. Which I hope y'all like it. Um, yeah, if y'all got any music recommendations, I'd like to hear it. If y'all got any kind of recommendations, y'all got any questions, I definitely like to interact with people that watch it a lot more. You know, some of the people that watch this, I do know. So that kind of counts y'all out. Or unless y'all want to just fucking comment, I don't give a fuck. I'll talk about it. But yeah, I definitely love to interact with you guys more. Just because right now it's at a small pay. It's at a small. I have a small subscriber count, so I'm able to actually talk to people and be a little bit more personal with you guys. So if y'all just want to give a shout out, ask questions, talk shit, whatever you want to do, be there in the comments. Um, but yeah, guys, I would like to hear some recommendations because I'm always up for new music. And yeah, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the music. Again, Kyle Ken at SoundCloud and DOG31 underscore for my Twitch. Hope you guys enjoy. I'm gonna have to get up and turn it off, so sorry about that. But yeah, that's the end of the video. Thank you. Now you're gonna see my fat ass get up. Oh, damn, my bad. I bumped the shit out of the mic. All right, see y'all.